Kevin, what do you think is the biggest issue facing Regina?
Oh, there's a lot of issues to really put the pin into everything. It's like the biggest is like homelessness and the problem what's really going on, because our city is broken, which we need as mayor and council. We have to really work together to fix the problems and not have it in 4 years or in the next term. We have to kind of really address it.
When you say the city's broken, what do you mean?
Oh, like because of overspending, the amount of debt that the city has accumulated in the last 4 years, and to really try to bring the debt down is we just have to boost tourism, because with tourism we can put the tourism dollars into fixing roads, into fixing the lead pipe problem, to make sure people actually deserve to have clean drinking water, and for homelessness to actually have a warm shelter in the winter, that they're not freezing out in the cold.
How would you increase tourism?
Crew tourism, bring more concerts in, bring more venues. Like I know we have Agribition, we have the Frost Festival in January, Canada Day, our exhibition. I would love to bring, like for Canada Day, it's like because we have it at Wascana Park, to even have like a fair, like a summer fair, to have 2 summer fairs. And then at least it brings in more tourism. It brings people from out of province. It brings, because it's summertime, everybody wants to know what's going on in the city. Make our city more vibrant like it used to be, where you could walk out in the streets and not have to worry about looking over your shoulder, or your kids going to the park and worrying about them at nighttime. I want to have more foot patrol and have a pod camera system in high risk areas, but which would be monitored by the Regina Police, and more special constables, because now the city just appointed a new constable for the Regina Police Service, and have more of that.
And when it comes to attracting people here, you mentioned the fair and making sure that it's patrolled by security. What else do you think would increase our tourism?
Just to have more concerts and bring in more venues, like have more singers to come. Like I know the rumor, like everybody wants the Back to Saskatchewan tour, want Taylor Swift to come. We can maybe work as a city and maybe bring Taylor Swift to Saskatchewan, make a little bit of fame, make a little bit of history, kind of.
I was reading on Facebook you might try and get rid of the smoking ban in Mosaic.
Yes, that is the biggest thing that I hear about, because when you go to a Rider game, you could drink in there, but you cannot go out and have a smoke because of the bylaw they passed in 2017 when Michael Fougere was in office. So what I want to do is make that one of my top priorities, and you can make a smoking area, and so people can go out and have a smoke and come back in. They had it in Taylor Field. That was my first game that I went in 2013, and you could go out and have a smoke and no problem. Now you can't.
And that's something you're hearing a lot about?
That's what I'm hearing a lot about too.
What do you think is the key to a safe and vibrant downtown area?
To a safe and vibrant downtown is just to have more kind of activities, or have more shelter space, or have something that homeless people can go to in areas, like not to saying to get rid of them. I'm not prejudiced, because our homeless they're people too in our city. Like they're once like you and I, like we just have to make sure have more security. Like I'm not saying to have like a police state in our city, but just to have more public safety, because public safety is getting neglected quite a bit, because I know with provincial funding and federal funding, it's kind of tight to run it in a budget, but we can kind of work on it and make sure our downtown is safe to walk during the nighttime.
You had mentioned that tourism would be a source of revenue if you were mayor that you would hope would help pay for roads and so on. How would you as mayor pay for what the city needs without increasing the debt that you're worried about?
Well, we look at when we look at our city budget, when we get the budget ready for the year, and make sure if we say our snow budget is so much millions of dollars, if we can allocate certain funds within the city budget without really breaking the wallet and breaking the bank, then we would work on that to make sure that we're not making the taxpayers pay for it, get provincial funding, get federal funding, work with the provincial and federal governments, because that's how, between municipal and federal and provincial, we all have to work with the governments to kind of make it as a whole.
Just finally, Kevin, why should people vote for you?
To bring, I don't want to make it, I kind of want to make history. I want to make a difference because people's votes and the people matter, because I want to fight for the people, because, I may not have an education and experience and infrastructure when it comes to funding all projects, but it does not limit me not to have a chance to learn, which means I have a fresh look, and each aspect for the job title is not to set in a linear strategy outlook.
Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you would want people to know?
I grew up in Saskatchewan. I come from small town roots, and I experience different things. I'm a president of my 35 Lions Club. I've been a Lions member for 5 years, and I've been in various industries. I've seen things differently, and to what other people may not have seen. But I would definitely like to make history and make a change. One of my favorite premiers was Tommy Douglas. Tommy Douglas was just a preacher from Weyburn. He was born in Manitoba, but he made a difference. He changed what our province is and what our country was when he made health care possible for all Canadians. I want to kind of be like the next Tommy Douglas, but not her. That takes a lot.
You got to start somewhere. Thanks for coming in, Kevin.
Oh, thank you.